Hi guys, Tracy and Ross, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite show, Married at First Sight Australia. This is season 13 and this is episode 21. Rachel and Steven seem to be moving forward in their relationship. Communication bonds couples, and that's why it's so important, and that's why they're moving forward. They have really good communication. They just have to work on the intimacy part. Juliette's behavior is so hard to watch. Juliette's behavior towards Joel is on everyone's mind this morning. Her verbal abuse was so off the charts. Joel is such an optimist. He expects Juliette to apologize in a sincere way. I just don't see that happening. She's going to be surprised about how the experts treat her and what they have to say about the situation. There's not going to be any sugarcoating, and they're going to tell her like it is. Hopefully she'll see the error of her ways. I can't wait to see it. I've been looking forward to it for a while now because she just can't keep treating somebody like this. This is insane. Why do all the nice people end up with the meanies? That's my question. It seems to be happening. It happened with Jake. Now it's happening with Joel. They're getting these mean girls. It's just so hard to watch them terrorize these men. Tyson and Stephanie got along because Stephanie says she's kept quiet. She hasn't been confrontational, and she has just gone along with everything that he believes, and so he's fine. This isn't sustainable. She can't just be quieted and not have an opinion about anything. She can't just live her whole relationship with Tyson not challenging him if she doesn't agree. That's no way to be in a relationship. You know, he's got a nice big bright smile today, and he seems to be a little less depressed, and he likes John. But it is concerning that he doesn't seem to be addressing Mel or Alexandra, just John. He's the only person he listens to as far as the experts go. That's a bit disappointing. Philip and Stella are up first, looking gorgeous as always. They explain to the experts, although they haven't said I love you yet, the feelings are very much there, and Stella says that she believes the man should say it first. And Alexandra, in her culture, she agrees with Stella. She says it's a cultural thing, but I think it's just a worldwide thing. I wouldn't want to say it before the man. The man needs to be in control of the relationship, or at least feel like they're in control of the relationship, and you don't want to demasculize your partner, so it's okay to let them control the speed. Then it's really authentic and honest, and you're not pressuring them into saying something they're not ready to say. This relationship is beautiful and easy, and it's perfect for these two. That's the way they also describe their relationship. That's the way we all see it. And of course, they both say stay. They're happy in their relationship and happy to go forward with it. Joel and Juliette are next, and I'm shocked because I would have thought we would have left them for the very end because they're so controversial where they are in their relationship. And I mean, it's a bit of a bombshell. Don't you want to save the best for last? And the thing I love about Joel the most, there's so many things to love about Joel, but he is so honest. He is not going to lie. He's not going to pretend or fake. He is just going to tell it like it is. And so he does. He tells the experts. It's really been very bad between the two of them. Joel tells them he used a metaphor, and that's what all the controversy is about. He said, "You don't see the star in me." And that's exactly what he said. We all heard it. I'm sure the experts heard it too. And she flipped the script. She's the one who made up all these lies. And you could tell she was making these lies up because they were absolutely not anywhere close to what he said. Juliette is a complete liar, and we all see her for who she is. He tells the experts about the intimacy challenge and how she told him he had devil eyes and she wouldn't participate. And they were disappointed in her, just like he was. And there's nothing she can say about it. These are things she said, and she has to own up to it. John, of course, calls out Juliette. And he says that they've watched the footage and they know exactly what happened. And I'm glad that he outs her, because you shouldn't be able to lie, especially on the couch when you're talking to the experts. But this is when a lot of the other people learn the truth about what's going on. You've seen it in the past, and this is the time to figure it all out. Juliette was mean. Her behavior was really ugly, and she called Joel a liar and not a man, and she called him embarrassing and unattractive. I mean, just really horrible things to say about somebody, and John called her out on all of it right in front of the whole group. And she says that Joel launched a smear campaign when it was really quite the opposite. She was the one going around to everybody spewing her lies about Joel, and he was very polite and quiet, but he still denied what she was saying, as he should. And she's been outed about it. This is the definition of gaslighting. No matter what, you should never disparage your partner. And Alexandra can't believe Juliette is yet to apologize. She's just flabbergasted. Mel lets her know that she's full of excuses and there is no excuse for her behavior. She sits silently. She can't seem to give an appropriate apology. Her lack of personal awareness is astounding. Joel tells her he thinks her apology is insincere, and it seemed to be very insincere at the time. I loved it when Mel said don't speak to Alexandra that way. She was just talking over her. And they're going to just put a kibosh on all of her bad behavior because she's treating everybody bad. I believe this is really what Joel needed. He needed to see some people were on his side and could see Juliette for who she really was. But he's ready to go. He does not like being treated this way. And relationships are supposed to make you happier, not make you miserable. And he's miserable. So he said leave, and nobody could believe what happened next. Juliette says stay. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would she do that? She doesn't like Joel, and she must just want to be on television. That's the only thing I could think of why she would all of a sudden try to stay. I'm sure it's not because she's seen the error of her ways, that's for sure. I've seen this before on other shows, and I've also seen this on this show often, where you can really tell they're trying to almost build a reality career by being just completely nasty, because nobody's this nasty unless you're trying to portray that behavior as your persona so you can, I don't know, become popular and be on Villains or Traitors or whatever shows that promote this. That's the only thing I could think of where you would want to be so horrible to your partner. Well, we all know that if one says stay and one says leave, you have to stay for another week, which I can't imagine Joel being happy about at all. But he is very clear. He set some boundaries. And he says, you have to be nice. You have to treat me with respect. And that's all I'm asking of you. And I don't believe she's going to be able to be nice, but we'll see. I mean, it depends on how much she wants to stay on TV. Rachel and Steven are up, and they couldn't be sitting any closer. They're practically on top of each other, which we all love to see. Steven tells the experts what his brother Dylan said, and how his body language could be giving Rachel the wrong message, that maybe it was more like stay away, when in reality, he really likes Rachel, and that's not the message he wants to put out at all. I like this new laugh of Rachel's. It's adorable. They both say stay, of course, which I'm glad because I haven't seen enough of them yet. Chris and Sam are up next. Such a handsome couple. They just seem so comfortable together, like an old married couple. And these two show the experts that even if they don't end up together, they will still be friends. No reason to be mean. I think some other people can use this as an example of how to behave. I really like that Chris and Sam just seem to sit back and watch the drama instead of stirring it up, and they try to support everybody. I just love their vibe. I think it's really nice. Gia and Scott tell the experts they survived the fight that they had, which was massive. The comments about being compared to his ex did not go over well, and Matt really hurt Gia's feelings, and nobody needs to be compared to someone's ex. And so this was discussed, and Scott did some self-reflection, and he realized how he handled that situation wrong, and he's the first to admit it, which is always great when you can do that in a relationship. You can admit fault. It goes a long way. And Gia brings up that the thing that really upset her was that the picture was not just a random picture. It was his ex in lingerie on his phone. And that's highly inappropriate. She asked him to delete those photos. He said no because he was being immature. And when Scott says they've moved on, Gia still looks upset. Gia seems defeated and still a bit hurt. And Scott is shocked that Gia was thinking about leaving. She tells the expert she was just ready to go. And I think at that very moment, Scott realizes that he needs to start checking in with Gia the very next day to see if they do have a fight, if it's really resolved, and how she's feeling. Because just because you get past a fight doesn't mean you're not hurt still. And this is important for him to learn. He was just really surprised that they haven't really got past it quite yet. I'm not surprised. It takes a while when you get hurt. She tells the experts that she introduced to her daughter, and that's really a beautiful thing. That means she does forgive him. She's just still upset and hurt, and that's okay. And when they both say stay, Scott puts two big X's with a little tiny X in between the two of them, which is representative of Gia's daughter, and Gia loves that. I mean, the way to Gia's heart is 100% through that daughter. If you realize that they're a pair and you treat them both well, you're going to be just fine with her. Alyssa and David seem great. However, she drops a complete and total bombshell, which has everybody shocked. Mostly David, though. He thought everything was perfect. Alyssa claims she's used to working at high intensity and high vibrations. Alyssa is used to drama and toxicity, and this easygoing guy is hard for her. She's just not used to it. It's too calm. It's too easy. She thinks toxicity and fireworks are exciting, and she's having a bit of trouble realizing that the reason they paired her up with David is because he's chill and he's going to make her life easier, and it's not going to be all this toxicity. Beck and Danny are up, and the last commitment ceremony was eye-opening for her, so she says. I bet watching Juliette was shocking because I imagine she saw her behavior in Juliette and it freaked her out. Conversation and communication is vital. Danny is used to leaving when things get tough, but he's invested and he's sticking by her. They both say stay, and I think that's amazing, but I'm not sure how happy Danny is. I'm not sure if this is his person. I'm really not. Stephanie tells the experts that she's happy with the progress she and Tyson are making. But when the experts kind of challenge Tyson, he just can't handle being challenged by anyone. He's just over it. He doesn't like the way he's being portrayed, or the way he's portraying himself isn't coming across the way he thought it was. And as much as we see Steph shutting down, suppressing her thoughts and feelings to keep peace, this isn't really gonna nurture their relationship or make it grow stronger, because she's not being her authentic self, and it's just not productive. It's not a way to grow their relationship. And Tyson said in his audition video that he doesn't have a problem with gay people, but he wants gay people to keep it behind closed doors. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way, but a lot of people don't. And it is a very polarizing way to be, or to say openly. But Tyson's very unapologetically himself, and he wants and needs to find somebody that's okay with his polarizing behavior. There's people out there that feel the same way he does, and also people that aren't afraid to show it. Tyson isn't super comfortable with the gay community. He actually said he doesn't want it pushed in his face. Stephanie wants Tyson to be quiet about his opinions when she's complaining that he's doing that to her. So you can't have it both ways. John just lets Tyson know his words are very upsetting. John is the one who points out that Tyson's words are very polarizing. But Tyson doesn't want to change. Tyson likes who Tyson is, and he just needs to find the right match. And it's not sweet little Stephanie, who might agree with his politics, but she doesn't agree with his behavior. Stephanie feels really disappointed that Tyson left. She wanted things to be different. She wanted them to grow together, and he could have really used some more time with Stephanie, but I just think he was tired of the way things were going and the way he was being portrayed. And I get it. Nobody likes to be treated like they're not good enough the way they are. All right, you guys, I hope you love this episode as much as I do. I always love these episodes. They always bring so much to the table, so much to talk about. I'm going to be dropping episode 21 and 22 today, so we get caught up. And I'm looking forward to episode 23. I think it's going to be really juicy. Have a great week, you guys. Take care. Watch some of my other videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.